You are not going to believe this. This totally blew me away. My entire life, I have used just a standard chain lubricant on all my chains. Here's what's fascinating. In years past, my chains would basically last about 3,500 miles or 4,000 miles. So I'd be buying a new chain every 4,000 miles. But then because of a very unlikely source, Durian Rider of all people, I started using this stuff called Squirt Wax. And let me tell you, this is not an advertisement. I'm not sponsored by them. I have no obligation to these people whatsoever. But let's just get to the point. I have a new chain in a box just waiting to be cleaned and used because I want this chain to wear out. And it seems like this chain has been lasting forever. So I have been checking it and checking it. I've been checking it with this tool right here because I'm waiting for the moment that this thing gets old so I could put the new chain on, because there's nothing better than a new chain. So I'm going to tell you about the mileage about this chain, but I'm going to switch bikes because my other bike is going to blow your mind. So how this works is I just put it right here and you just squeeze the top here, and then you see if it goes in. And it just does not want to go in at all. The chain is still good. How many miles do I have on this chain? 7,413 miles. Now, about halfway through this chain, I actually switched to this stuff. And I have the Silka wax immersion, of which I've only immersed it one time, the first time, but I've been using this stuff. But this is kind of a weird testament because I did not expect the chain to last this long by using waxing methods versus oil. Also, this cassette right here has 10,443 miles on it. But now I'm going to change bikes and we're going to discuss my road bike. This is going to blow your mind because it blew mine. I still can't believe it. So now here's my Roubaix, and I'm going to tell you in just a minute how many miles are on this chain. But this chain, I did not switch yet to this because once I purchased this, I realized I had a bunch of this left. And so I'm using this as an experiment to see which one lasts longer. I'm going to show you that this chain still has life in it. Bloody amazing. So this one has only had squirt. Santa's coming to town. I got to get something for Christmas, but I can't justify a new chain. So I put it in here, squeeze right here, and it just does not go in. I can't get that thing in there. And I can't believe how many miles this chain has had. I almost don't believe it. So what I do is I'll check it down in a different spot, and it just doesn't seem to want to go in. I almost thought to myself when I figured out how many miles are on this, I'm like, maybe this thing is not right. So I got my old one here and I did this, and it just doesn't seem to want to go in. This chain has 14,134 miles. Holy crap. I can't believe it. When I used oil, these chains would last 4,000 miles at best. My cyclocross bike, I put a lot of abuse on that. I do a lot of gravel. I ride in the rain in that bike. This one's kind of my favorite bike, so I don't go out in the rain unless it's an accident. So no way in a million years did I ever think that waxing the chain would make my chain last over 14,000 miles. That's just insane. When I first started waxing, I thought maybe 30%, 40%. Doubling the chain life would have been almost unimaginable. So I'm not sure whether using Squirt or the Super Silka stuff is going to make that much difference. I'm gonna make a video in the future in order to determine which one lasts longer under general riding conditions. The only problem is this video isn't going to come out next week because so far what I've learned is this chain is still going strong after 14,000 miles, so don't hold your breath. I don't know what to say. I'll put links down below in the description of all these products that I'm using. If you don't check your chain, you really should, because once the chain starts wearing away, it starts grinding down the cassette and everything, And you want to make sure and not have to pay for those because those are expensive changes. I'll put in the description the chain that I use. I'll put in the description all the tools that I'm using and all these products because, wow, if you're not changing from oil to wax in general, you're spending a lot more money than you really need to. Blew me frickin' away.